Megan, we've been talking about these for a while. The new food labels, they're out. Well, sort of. UAB nutritionist Dr. Beth Kitchin joins us to explain. Okay, first of all, before we get into the new food labels, remind folks again why it's so important in terms of how these food labels are supposed to be made up.
Right. People read food labels for a lot of different reasons. Some people use them for the calories because they're trying to lose weight. If you have high blood pressure and you're trying to reduce your sodium, that's a very valuable number to look at. If you're watching trans fats, carbs, so all kinds of reasons. But the problem, Mike, is that a lot of times the information can be confusing or not give you exactly what you need in a usable form. So that's what we're talking about today.
All right, so now it looks like they're out, but kind of sort of not out.
Right. It's sort of like everybody's really excited, but you're going to have to wait a little while. And we've been talking about this. I looked for our first segment where we first started talking about this on the show, and it was June of 2014 when the proposed new food label came out, because they haven't made any changes for over 20 years. And so now the changes that were proposed a couple of years ago have finally been approved, but you're going to have to wait a while because they've given the food manufacturers, you got to give them time to make the changes. They've given them a couple of years to do this till 2018. Now, that said, you are probably going to start seeing some manufacturers getting on the ball pretty quickly here and getting their new labels out. So you'll probably see this slowly. You'll see the new label roll out kind of gradually for different food manufacturers.
And specifically, let's just say, you're maybe diabetic and you got to watch your sugar level. It's going to be more congruent to the serving size, or otherwise it's going to be more accurate to the serving size, right?
Right. If we could take a look at the first food label up there, what you'll see is a couple of really big changes here. First of all, calories. You can see up there on the left, calories are much larger type there, so you can really see the calories. The calories really hop out at you. But the more important thing here, Mike, is that those calories are going to be for a much more reasonable serving size. And so on sodas, for instance, you're not going to see sodas where a 20 ounce has half the package as a serving. The whole package is going to be the serving. There you see the dual food label. And so for a pint of ice cream, for instance, some people eat what a real serving out of a pint of ice cream is, but some people eat the whole pint. So you'll see two columns there, one for what a real serving might be, but then the other if you eat the whole package.
Well, and the serving size, like if you're eating, you got the whole carton of ice cream, it's like a quarter cup.
Right.
So how many people eat a quarter cup?
It's actually usually half a cup, but you're right, half a cup's still really, really small.
Really small.
Very few people are going to dig in there and eat half a cup. So you really have to pay attention to those serving sizes. And the serving sizes are important because all of the numbers on that label are for that serving size. Now, some of the other neat things you'll see on the label, they've changed those key nutrients. So what you're going to see, you'll see potassium and vitamin D in there as some key nutrients. Vitamin D is important. It helps us absorb our calcium. But potassium I'm very excited about because a lot of potassium, we need a lot of it. We need about 4,000 milligrams of potassium a day. It's a big player in helping us to lower our blood pressure. So you want a lot of potassium. It's a very important nutrient. So I hope people start paying more attention to that. And then you'll also see the other really important change here. And there are more. I'll be blogging about this. But the other really great change is you'll see added sugars.
So we'll know.
You'll know how much of that sugar is added, because some of it's natural part of the food. It's the added sugars that you want to pay attention to.
All right, Dr. Beth K., appreciate you clarifying and analyzing all that for us.
Thanks a lot, Mike.
All right, Jay.